Good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. Oh, sugar. I knew there was one thing I forgot to do. There was always one last thing to do. Turn the bloody camera on. We're here, guys. What a day of football we've had from start to finish. I had great fun yesterday doing the live reactions as all the games were kind of happening yesterday. But for today, I thought, you know what, we'll try and do at end of day, end of night kind of summary. I did feel that the last stream last night, it might have been a little bit because it was America versus Wales. Bigger English speaking, maybe more of us are interested in it for the Global Cup leaderboard and all that good stuff. But anyway, I thought we'll come back for tomorrow night. We'll do a full summary of the game day. You know, so we had Argentina in the morning. We had, Denmark and Tunisia. Almost forgot that even happened. Poland, Mexico was equally a bit of a bore fest, but tonight, man, we had some fireworks with France. We had some huge scores in all positions of the pitch. So we'll be getting up to speed with the players, the runners and riders, guys. We'll be getting up to speed with who's at the top of the leaderboards, how well you guys are doing. If you're here joining us live, you'll get your fist bump. I want to know how well you're doing. Of course, private leagues, global, overall leaderboards, anything. I want to know about it and I want to hear about it if you're joining us live. If you're joining us after we've been live, fist bump to you. Thanks very much for joining us. And drop it in the comment section. Let me know who is running the show for you in the Global Cup or who is letting you down. Heroes and zeros, runners and riders. That's what we're all about today for the So Rare Global Cup live stream. I only noticed earlier today, guys, but it's winter and I'm feeling this natural urge to have facial hair again, like quite a lot of it. So we'll see. I just kind of thought I'd bring that up early on. So we'll get that out of the way. But yeah, I'm in a decent mood. My Global Cup team is pretty dead, as it were. The Martinez's early doors today absolutely crippled me. Griezmann gave me a wee bit of a green shoot, so hopefully I don't finish in embarrassing positions. Is basically all Griezmann's maybe bought me the potential for, with Van Dijk, of course, dropping a 48 or a 50 or so on Monday. So yeah, Global Cup match day one for me has been a bit of a bomb out, but great signs of promise. Like Lautaro Martinez had a fantastic goal earlier today, chopped off for offside, and like it's his arm that's offside. And like I was saying in the Telegram group, like somebody, I think it might have been Charlie, but somebody corrected me on the exact rule. But my mind always tells me the rule is like you can't be offside with a part of the body that can't score a goal, right? Which is basically just your arm, you know, kind of thing. So like a finger, or you know, if you can't score a goal with it, it can't be offside. You know, is what's always been in my head from coaching and whatever. But yeah, the precise rules are a little bit different, but basically the same kind of thing. So to see that at a World Cup, go through VAR, go through the semi-automated fucking offside check technology that they're meant to be using, was just an absolute travesty for me personally on the Global Cup, because that was a beautiful goal for Lautaro Martinez. That would have got me on to 60 plus. Argentina, that game is then sliding doors. They're then 2-0 up. And even if Saudi Arabia make it 2-1, you would have probably fancied Argentina and Messi to go and get a third or a fourth at that stage. Which, of course, they didn't. But hey-ho. There's a bunch of you here joining us. Fist bumps to all, of course. Sorare Connor. Friskier Shelf, good to see you again. Stocky Scott, Chris Holt, Jeremy Graham, Gareth Hughes, Connor R, Jeremy Graham, Rico Man, and Hendo. Fist bump to you all. Thanks for joining us live and loud. We are across as many platforms as we possibly could be. Noah, fist bump on TikTok. Good to see you too, my man. But yeah, lots of interesting results today. I was kind of gearing up for disappointments and shocks to happen yesterday, perhaps a little bit more so than today. I think we would have all agreed that it would have been on the cards for France to run riot against Australia, but we would have probably all expected to see 2 seconds, there's some other thing in my bobber that's, oh no, sorry, I know what's went wrong here. I'm meant to be on this page, that's why. Changed some things for the Global Cup, I'm trying to be on brand here, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so I need to go and sign in and stuff. So we can look at it with this anyway. The Master Rare Global Cup team is in tatters. This is still, I better refresh this. Still got Griezmann on starting points. Of course, Griezmann actually finished up the third highest scorer, I think, for France, and he didn't get a decisive action. So Griezmann, headline act for me on 79 points. Rabiot, 98. Upamecano, 99. Now, I was singing Theo Hernandez's praises on Twitter, and I said it on all my content leading up to this. If there's a defender going into this tournament, it's 100 capable. It is Theo Hernandez. Now, there's something, I don't know if I'd call it shady, right? But there's definitely a crease. There's definitely a Sorare crinkle going into this. And see when I realised, see when he gets subbed on in the 27th minute, I said to myself, if France don't concede again, he is on for clean sheet points. And he fucking got clean sheet points. He played over 60 minutes. So he's picking up he's the only France player, I think, picking up clean sheet points. He got his assist. He was fantastic in the match. He is the best attacking left back in world football, bar none. I was also mightily impressed, and I think he went under the radar of the post-match analysis that I've seen, but Ousmane Dembele tonight was absolutely sensational. And the thing that, I've been very fortunate enough to see Dembele live in person when me, Hendo, John, my cousin Jack, a few of the lads, Alex as well, we went out to Valencia earlier this year. You can check out the content on the channel. It's in the football stadium visit playlist on my channel, Quinny 3001. And we seen Barca play Elche in Elche's little stadium, and we were right at the touchline, and Dembele, I don't think he actually had that great a game, but he looked fucking, he's different gravy. And his assist was the thing that Behic doesn't realise when he's standing him up, right, is, or maybe he does realise, but there's just not much he can do about it. But Dembele is one of the most two-footed players walking the earth right now, supremely two-footed. And the way he plays that left-footed cross, it's as if there's no defenders and it's just mannequins he's playing against. I thought he was brilliant tonight. And then they subbed him off before he got injured for Coleman, who's also almost susceptible to an injury. Rabiot continues to dumbfound me, I must say, because when I watched him tonight, I thought this is actually a player that I should love. He's very much a Quinny midfielder. He's how he played today, what he did in the match, etc. But there's just something about Rabiot, I think, isn't it, that none of us kind of warm to. I don't know, it's hard to explain. If you've got any thoughts or feelings on Rabiot, let me know. But he had a great game tonight, 98 points, double decisive. It's hard to argue with that. Giroud equaling Thierry Henry as France's top goal scorer tonight. I thought he did well. Could have got a hat-trick. A little bit disappointed to come off the pitch with 5 minutes to go or something, but he will live to fight another day. There's plenty more tournament time for him. Mbappe, of course, the poster child of this team, gets his goal, gets his assist, and he could have had at least another one or two. Griezmann was dying for an assist tonight off Mbappe, and he missed a couple of BCMs, which really hurt his all-round score. 2 BCMs in total, which reduces his score. I know some of you guys, the way you are watching this, I'm in the way of it, but a big chance missed is -5 points, so that's -10 for Kylian Mbappe here. So on AA, he didn't actually have a fantastic game, only 5 points, but his decisives really carried him. The BCMs really killed him on AA. Tchouameni on a great game, almost broke 70 points on all-around performance, and he only got a double-double, no clean sheet bonus either. So 1 tackle, 1, 3 interceptions, 6 positive duels. Never mind all the passing he's doing. And he got into the box twice as well. Upamecano, but on a 99. 64 points on all around is absolutely gigantic. 44 points of that on possession. It's just giganormous. 3 interceptions, 7 positive duels, but 114 passes. 15 long passes into opposition, 16 accurate final third passes. Upamecano, and this was like vintage Upamecano, playmaker, defender, triple. He's bringing it all in this game. Did absolutely everything, just no one attempted assist, but just no attacking output in this game, which is totally fine because he absolutely rinsed it. Lloris has not done the goalkeeper fraternity or Matty Ryan for the matter any danger with their scores today. And then off the bench, Theo Hernandez is the only one worth mentioning. We got to see the boy Kwong. I think he was on the ball once and looked kind of okay. Played a pass that went for a goal kick, but yeah, very exciting for France. France very much feeling like the first team, maybe alongside England, if you're going to put them into this bracket, but France definitely feel like the first team to announce themselves as like a favourite, showing up and doing a number on somebody. Because Australia, as far as the minnows go that have played so far, Qatar, Iran, Saudi, I don't know if I'm missing anyone, but you would definitely put Australia like 10% above these other teams traditionally at World Cups. So for France to go and spank 4 is a fantastic game, I think. Currently on 91 with Mbappe captain, says Rico Man. Grisou getting 3 big chances created, 6 attempted assists and no decisive has killed me. If he does get 1 decisive on this score, so Griezmann, the reason this is so impressive is he's almost got 80 points. He's got more than Dembele, who got an assist. He get more than Mbappe, who got a goal and an assist. He got more than Giroud, who got 2 goals. He got an all-around of 44. And like Connor Aspel in the live chat is saying, 6 attempted assists, 3 BCMs. So 3 of those BCMs, big chances created, so BCC. 3 of them will also be the same 3 here, so that kind of doubles up, which is lovely when those things happen. And 1 or 2 of these were for Mbappe. There was a great corner that should have been a goal. I think it was Konate that came off of it. Griezmann took that. The Mbappe one-on-one where he fucks the first touch up. That was a Griezmann ball from deep. It was lovely. So fantastic chance creation. But for me, the most impressive thing about Griezmann's score is his defensive contribution. 1 interception here. I think this was actually more when I checked it a minute ago, so this might have changed. 2 positive duels. Does he have tackles? Yes, he's got 2 tackles. He's walked out with a double-double in this game as a number 10. I think, 1 interception, maybe there was 2 in there, I don't know, earlier on. But yeah, double-double is definitely what I've seen from before. Maybe an interception might have now have been recategorised as a tackle. Sometimes that happens. The problem with that is Griezmann's a forward, for any that aren't aware, and tackles don't score for forward cards, but an interception would have. So maybe there's been a wee... I don't know. It's hard to say. It's still got a double-double, which is good. And it's very underestimated with somebody like Griezmann, who's very nippy and eager to get on the ball, what they can do in a team like France to get some of those defensive statistics actually in an attacking environment. I picked Saliba in my defence. Hassel 96. I feel so bad for you. Am I screwed for the rest of the tourney now? Hope he would be starting. I think you would need some mega scores to recover it if you're thinking about the overall leaderboard. But there'll be a new leaderboard for every match day, buddy. So, it's not all lost. It's just maybe the big mega leaderboard. And we won't really know until I think once we get to the end of the second match day is when, or probably maybe even the group stages, right? But I'm going to make a video on this in the coming days, but it'll be we need some more matches to run before we really tell how dominant teams will be on the overall leaderboard from one good match day, because how many people will string these huge match days together is the question. We're not redrafting between games in the group stages. We're stuck with who we have for the group stages, So yeah, we'll come back to that in a bit more detail perhaps, but it's hard to say, Hassel. I would still plod on, of course, and give it your best. Anybody have any news on how bad Nuno Mendes' injury is? No idea. Friskier Shelf, but if anyone here does have any news on Nuno Mendes, get it in the live chat on YouTube and Twitch, and on TikTok as well, and let us know. So Rabiot has been really good for Juve against Lazio and Inter in a nice run of form. I heard the commentary team make mention of that. Yeah, you're screwed unless, unfortunately, Hassel, unless you've got a good bench to sub in. Yeah, that goes. Yeah, I suppose if Saliba's your main primary defender, you've not got much behind him, then yeah, you might be screwed for the group stages until you get the opportunity to redraft. But you will get a card from this week, so maybe again, there's a few things going on, Hassel. I thought the French midfield looked weak coming into the tourney. They did well tonight. Yeah, that's it. Well, this is like the dregs of their midfield, you know. Like, France have become really famous in European world football circles, social media, football circles, whatever, for how, you know, like, what's the word I'm even looking for here? Like, how extremely, and I can't say this enough, how unadulteratedly, extremely deep the French team is, that they've got all sorts of injuries out. And you look at the midfield coming into it, like you've said there, I would agree. You come into this tournament, you think the French midfield might not be up to too much because it's like the dregs, you know. But wow, they were all fantastic. Tchouameni is an absolute, he's a goat waiting to happen. He's Toni Kroos level waiting to happen. Tchouameni, I'm thoroughly convinced on him with every passing game I see him. And Rabiot, as I say, is the enigma that no one in football really understands. So yeah. You can tell Griezmann has been playing under Simeone for all these years. Yeah, he just doesn't stop, man. It's the first time he's played 90 minutes in forever as well. And I think France are going to benefit from that whole contract debacle earlier this season. This is a really poor Australia team with injuries to Hrustic and Boyle. I think they are second weakest team at the World Cup, ahead of Qatar. Iran are better. Connor Aspel, interesting POV. Perhaps on what we've seen, maybe there's some good evidence to that. When I made that comment before, I would say, like, going into the games, you wouldn't have ranked Australia to, you know, like, no one's seen Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, for example. But Australia scoring the opening goal against France, that's less of a surprise, I would suggest, you know, and that kind of thing. Top 100k and you pick up a tier 1, which should help your squad, says Chris Holt. That is the attitude to have. Friskier Shelf, I still have 5 players to play, but sadly one of them is Nuno Mendes. Ouch. I actually have a Tunisia starting defender in the reserves, might start him so I get some points in the next round. Yeah, I definitely would do that. Just got here, how did Griezmann not get an assist, Jamie? It is a mystery to all how Griezmann never got an assist. He did his absolute best to go and get an assist for the team, but alas, it was not to be for him today. I just need to actually sign into Sorare proper, guys, and then we will be... Oh, let me just check. Sorry, on the old ticky. There we go. And then we can look at the global leaderboard. We can see the players that are impacting it. We'll go back to Sorare data and see, like, the individual player rankings as well. Probably before we go to Sorare native, because I like looking at that tab. And we've had a good amount of action come in today, so I want to actually see how much that tab has changed since... Interesting. Right, okay. Right, I'm in Sorare now. So what I want to do is go back to Sorare data, and we're going to check out the impact player tab, right? This is one we had a lot of fun with on the streams we were doing yesterday, because we could go into this and we can see the actual players that are making the biggest difference on the Sorare leaderboard itself as the games are going in by position. Because this is a draft thing, like, you've got to think of it positionally. Like, your goalkeeper's putting up, let's say, 40 points. Well, how many guys bettered that? Because that's how many guys, again, per position in theory, you're going to be looking up to match against. And yeah, so I always find it interesting. So this is on all positions around. Let's just go for goalkeeper. And then let's see if they've added the Global Cup as a filter. I don't think they have they? No, unfortunately not. Not even the World Cup. Like, well, this is my players only. We don't want to see that. So we will have some La Liga 2 players, maybe some Championship players and stuff in here as well. Nopper on 82. Ochoa did his absolute best. Another World Cup legend goes on with Memo Ochoa, but he did his best to try and become the #1 goalkeeper for match day 1 ahead of Nopper. Even with his penalty save, though, unfortunately, he only comes in with 80 points. Kasper Schmeichel, who was one of the huge value picks going into the tournament, with a 77. That is massive. I know a lot of teams out there will be having Kasper Schmeichel. And Szczesny, surprising to me, because I just don't rate him, with a 75. Hernan Galinda is still there with the 60. And then otherwise, we've got Aloysius, who maybe was the guy that came off the bench for Saudi. I know Saudi had 2 goalkeepers. Matt Turner on 44. Wayne Hennessy, 36. Pickford, 32. Lloris, 32. Emi Martinez, my goalkeeper, 31. He's only ahead of Edouard Mendy with a negative decisive. And then Sad Al for Qatar. And Matty Ryan, unfortunately, and Hosseini, down at 0 here, is the worst performing goalkeepers thus far of the tournament. when we go into defence, we're now going to see some real headline acts from France, because Upamecano and Tio both breaking 99 points, overtake Preciado. So it's a full podium there of World Cup defenders breaking the 95 point mark there. Huge for the competition. Maguire's in 4th on 82 with his assist. Simon Kjaer got up there with 78 for Denmark as well. Jose Salinas, I'm not too sure. Yeah, Mirandes, he's in La Liga 2. Just double... Oh, sugar. Oh, Jesus, sorry guys. Lost our rhythm there. Just need to make sure to new tab that when I do that next time. So we were on defenders there, weren't we? So yeah, it's all about the French defence. Now, I don't know how popular the French defence was, but defence was such a huge part of the conundrum going into this draft that I'm sure there will be what I'm expecting to see from the defence, right, is what we've seen so far with the forwards, right, is there's a lot of cross-section between Kane, Messi, De Jong, whoever, but I don't think there's going to be that many power combos that intersect with these big French defenders, because there was so many question marks over the amount, because of the amount of French defenders on the roster, who would actually be the starting French defence, which is why I dropped Tio. But it looks like that Lucas Hernandez injury was proper bad. So I think Tio Hernandez is in for the tournament now, and this will be his tournament now. So yeah, the next World Cup player we get to would be Andres Christensen. Wow, both Danish centre-backs breaking 70, which is interesting to see. Ali Abdi, I'm guessing, is one of the guys from the Gulf. We've got Konate there on a 66. Yusuf Sabali, yeah, he's going to be at this World Cup with Senegal. So Sabali's up there. I think I heard people talking about Sabali in the draft videos, in the live chat, in the comments and stuff. So one of your picks, it sounds like, guys, is up there defensively as well, breaking 60 odd. I wonder if there's many more. 60 odd is where we want to stop. I think with defence now we've got enough. Behic, by the way, got a goal line clearance, so fair play to him. Hincapi on 60, Shaw 61, Trippier 62, Otamendi 63, Tim Ream on 61. And yeah, they're the most influential World Cup defenders to this point. In midfield, we should have Tchouameni and Rabiot up here now. So Zulj, he's not at the World Cup, I can tell you that. But yeah, Rabiot, top performing midfielder at the World Cup at the moment on 98 points. Jude Bellingham on 94, who's closely behind him. And then right behind him, De Jong, Saka and Paredes, all between 80 and 90 points with 1 and 2 decisives between them. Very good midfield picks. Super sub Grealish is up there as well. And then we see the likes of Tchouameni, we see Davy Klaassen, we see Tyler Adams on 66 points with no decisive action. And then as we scroll down to the 60s, Ali G's up here as well with his assist. So yeah, not that many midfielders really dominating compared to yesterday. The defence metric has really changed, but with the Danes and the French, and even Behic, you might suggest. And then when it comes to up front, but Enner Valencia, still the top forward on 88 points, closely followed by Messi on 81, Taremi and Kane still on 80, Griezmann with no decisive action, shortly follows them off on the top 5. We then have a really close clutch of players, and I said that, guys, this 70 to 80, this band here was going to get so congested. We now have in this band, along with Griezmann, who we just mentioned, Ousmane Dembele, Cody Gakpo, who we seen yesterday, in fact, Kylian Mbappe, Sterling and Pulisic are still here. Giroud is now in this bracket. Bale is here from yesterday. Leckie is up here from today. Timo Weah from last night. And then we see the likes of Callum Wilson and Marcus Rashford down towards the bottom. So some interesting players are now coming into the reckoning. And I wonder how much they're affecting the top end of the overall leaderboard. So we'll go and have a look at the top 20 like we did the other day. And we'll go from 20th and we'll flip our way up. So we'll go to page 2. I'll catch up with the live chat as well while I'm getting this set up, because I've just been on a wee kind of monologue there, and I'll come back and catch you guys and see what you guys are saying. So Bunchy's here. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're up to, what you thought of the games today. Anyone on Lucas instead of Tio? Been on a roller coaster since the roster unlock. Yeah, I wish I'd kept Tio Hernandez in my roster now. How many points do you need to get a limited card? Darko Taha, it depends what division you're talking about, buddy, and it depends like if you're talking about this week or in general, because this week's a bit different, obviously, with the World Cup on. The Upamecano was so underrated for 13 points, Milan Scout. Yes, he was. But like I said, there was so many question marks over the French defence, and the comments I heard today on the radio was Deschamps was quoted today is saying, or it was quoted like pre-camp anyway, but they were saying today when the team came out that he likes partnerships and blah, 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 whatever. And Konate and Upamecano played together for 4 years at Leipzig, never mind for France under 21s and whatever else. So it's kind of cheating how easily they can slap a team together. They've got Bayern cohesion, they've got Leipzig cohesion, they've got all sorts going on. Giroud looking like amazing value. I think he was only 11 points. Wow. I had Simon Kjaer and swapped him with Saliba last day as well. Hassel 96, that is a kick in the stones. Hopefully not many picked those two because of the risk of not starting, Jamie. I think that's probably going to be what we see. Pavard was sleeping today. I don't know why I picked him. He never attacks. Well, I did say Pavard normally starts right back. He started right back when France won the World Cup, and he scored 2 worldies, and he was amazing. But yeah, wasn't really his game today. Wasn't really a game where Pavard can be that Pavard, and I don't think he's had a great time at Bayern over the last year, just with the amount of defenders they keep signing, and I don't think he wants to play right back either. Sorare aside, I was really impressed with Tchouameni, ran the show. Same, Jamie. Kev Bev, Griezmann, I was waiting for that decisive to make it 100. I was heartbroken. Me too, Kev Bev. Kev Bev is on 316 points and still has De Bruyne. Kev Bev, if you're in the top 20, I'm looking forward to finding your team, buddy. Thanks for joining us on the live chat. And then on TikTok, nope, somebody there. Who's your team this week? Yeah, right, so let's start with number 20. In 20th, we've got Daniel Bonda on 4. Wow, guys, the top 20 is 416 plus now. We were saying yesterday, 400 and beyond is what we're going to need to get into the prizes, but now, wow, I wonder how tight this is going to be. I've not looked at this before the stream, so this will be good fun for everyone. So this guy's in 20th. Noppert, Konate, wow, Frankie de Jong, Messi, Griezmann. Oh, what a team this is. 416 points, that is incredible. Ollie Rich FC, he is just ahead by like 4 points, and the difference here is goalkeeper and Saka. So he's got Szczesny and goals and Saka, so that's interesting. Lewis on 6, or Louis on 6. Harry Kane captain, Griezmann, Schmeichel, Andres Christensen, and Jude Bellingham. This is a very cleverly assembled team, and I think this guy can feel quite chuffed to find himself in the top 20 at this point. Hat tip to you, Ollie Rich Lewis on. That was, sorry. Thomas Ruiz, 8. He has captain Messi, Schmeichel, Christensen, Bellingham, and Gakpo. I think Christensen on 74 is going to be a popular pick in this top 20. Feels like there's a good bit of correlation between some of the underlying statistics that maybe some of these people have aligned. Wow, there's my defence. I should have picked Emi Martinez and Theo Hernandez, but then look at this. Wow, Rabiot and Bellingham, and then Captain Messi. This guy is going to be pissed off at Emi Martinez, man. This team literally really could not have done any more other than the goalkeeper. He's in 16th now on 422 points. Thomas Ruiz, my heart bleeds for you, my man. Great team, and I hope to see you do well for the rest of the tournament. Or was that Slevin? That was Slevin. Oh, Slevin, by the way, I love your name. Lucky number Slevin. Love to see that. That's worth a follow, isn't it? Can I follow this guy? How can I follow this guy? There he's there. Slevin. I love that. Lucky number Slevin. Yeah. That's one of my all-times. Right, so where's Slevin? We've seen him. MLS Invest. Okay, so 423 points. He's got Schmeichel, Hincapié, Rabiot, Valencia captain, and Messi again. Very cleverly assembled team. And that Hincapié definitely points to the fact that MLS Invest has been painted by numbers, looking at underlying stats, really digging deep and working hard. Captain in Valencia, having Hincapié and Schmeichel in here. Fantastic build, and he deserves his place in the top 20 here, I think. James V. Rossi, 3. Wow, what a defence pair. That's Apex, isn't it? Noppert, 82, Theo, 100, Tchouameni on 69, and then Gakpo, Kane. So, Apex defence, and then good enough forward line. Definitely deserving of his place up here. James V. Rossi, 3 on number 14. Then we've got Goms. He's only like half of a point ahead. He's got Tchouameni. He's got Messi captain. He had Memo, Ochoa, and Theo Hernandez. What a defence this guy's picked. Cody Gakpo on 77, Tchouameni 69. Fantastic score for 13th. Sergio Spinetti, captain Messi, Bale, Szczesny, and then wow, 100 from Theo, 86 from Saka. Huge score for Sergio Spinetti, up in 12th. And then the last one that finishes like the second part of the top 10, the top 20 is Ollie 29. This name may be familiar from yesterday. No, maybe not. Kasper Schmeichel, Theo Hernandez, Bukayo Saka, Captain Messi, and Bale. So everyone we've seen so far, guys, on these points. This is the interesting part. They've all had 5 players run. So I wonder if we're going to see anyone in the top 10 with a player to go still. And I wonder how high. Oh, brilliant. I can't even see top spot. That's fantastic. I've went on to the next page. If you're looking to play along, by the way, with this fantasy football game, the link is in the description. It's in the live chat. It's in my bios. You can't miss it anywhere. You draft a team for free. It's 5-a-side fantasy football for the World Cup. There's amazing prizes to be won. It's free to play. Hit me in comments and DMs and whatever with questions and problems, and I'll sort you out. Steber in 26 is sitting in 10th at the moment right now. 433 raw points. Now, it's 5-a-side, guys, with a captain. Like, it's a 20% booster. So, the realistic Apex score here is like 520. That is maximum. No goalkeeper's going to shoot 100, but some of them have came close. So, let's see what Severina's got for 433. He's got Kane on 80. Goalkeeper 77. He's then got captain Mbappe with Saka and Theo. Lovely team to get himself into the top 10. 4 points ahead of him, so actually a bit of a distance, is Harsha 45. He's went with Schmeichel, Theo, Saka, and then he's went PSG up. How has he managed to... Well, I suppose Schmeichel was cheap, eh? Saka wouldn't have been that expensive, I don't think. And I know Theo was expensive, but he's managed to get Mbappe and Messi into his team, so fair play to him. And he's on 436 points. I wonder if we're going to see a few builds similar to this. Chesney 76, Theo, Saka, Messi, and Ousmane Dembele. Very interesting team from Cable 52 here, up in 8th position. Barry's Bangers are up in number 7. What a team name. He's picked Chesney, which I cannot get behind, but it's a great score. Theo on 100, Frenkie on a 90, Frenkie de Jong, Mbappe for 76, and then he's captained Messi. So Mbappe, Messi again with de Jong and Theo. This is an Apex build, man. This guy will feel harsh. This is where it's going to start to get really tight because he's on 438. Barry's Bangers. The next spot up is half of a point ahead of him. Yuval Brodsky. He's got Schmeichel. He's got Theo. He's got Saka. He's got Messi, and then Ousmane. So slightly different build again, but it's that same combination. Schmeichel and Theo seem to be dominating the top half of this leaderboard. Warden from the Young Ninja, 443 points, 5 points up on the last position. He's got Mbappe, he's got Upamecano, he's got Bellingham, he's got Messi, and he's got Chesney in goals. He's on 443 points. He's in the 5th position. Warden from the Young Ninja, good to see you. Teeny FC is in 4th. Now, he is 1.1 points ahead. Again, Schmeichel and Theo, de Jong, Messi captain, and he's got Kane. Now, that Kane separates him from the Dembeles. It separates him from the Mbappes. That's the difference that this play has made for him that we've seen on this part of the leaderboard. Oh, wow, man. It's almost a clean 2 points ahead. In 3rd, Jake Hawkin FC. He's got Chesney, he's got Theo, he's got Jude, and he's been captain Messi and Ousmane. We've actually seen, I think, this combination of team a wee bit further back in the leaderboard with a different captain option, I think. Maybe not. But he's in 3rd. In 2nd, again, almost a clean 2 points ahead. Bate Panex. That's a funny name if you're in Scotland. He's got Schmeichel and Theo, but he's also got Rabiot for 99, Captain Messi, and then Raheem Sterling is the letdown of this team on 75 points. But in number 1, it is Rat65 on 449 points. 449.54. Huge score, absolutely massive. He's got Noppert, he's got Theo, he's got De Jong, which I think is the apex picks per position so far. Yeah, I know Bellingham and I know Rabiot have outscored De Jong, but I think when people have been doing this in the build, I think a lot of the apex combos have De Jong and Theo in them. But this guy's got Captain Kane and Messi up here riding high in 1st. So everyone here's banged 80 plus. This is what it takes to get to number 1. It looks like 80 plus. Someone does 100. That's what it takes, guys, to get into top spot, it would seem at the moment. Now, this is the top 20. Everyone here has got 5 players played. I want to peel back a little bit I'm going to dive into your comments in the live chat because it's absolutely firing off in there at the moment. I'm going to go back to page 3, right? I want to find the first team that has a player left to run. So in 21st position on 415, I'm not going to go through the whole teams or anything like I've just did. I want to have a quick glance through. Oh, this guy's got Zielinski. That's a killer. And I'm looking for the first team that has a player left to play and see if there's anyone here that's in contention to get into that top spot still that maybe has a De Bruyne. There's still some huge players left to run. And some of these, that's what I mean with that guy that's on top. That combination of Noppert, Theo and De Jong feels like an apex combo. And then there'll be a lot of different rotation patterns. Maybe De Bruyne's in here. Maybe some other forwards are dotted around the place. And maybe even Ochoa's are dotted around also on 81. Never mind Noppert. So yeah, I think this is going to give... Oh, Di Maria, 44 has really killed this guy. Salvo, 49, I feel bad for you. But yeah, nobody in the top 30. So I think we maybe need to get below 400 points before we're going to see somebody with... can we go to... like? I'm going to go to 50th place, right? 405 points. Yeah, I think everyone in the top bit is going to have 5 players ran at this stage. Just because of the amount of teams entered, of course. Probably quite a futile exercise, me checking that there. But hey-ho, I felt like doing it, so I done it. I'm going to catch up with the live chat with you guys. On TikTok, the live chat's not really doing anything. If you are watching this live on TikTok, thanks a lot for joining us. And what's happened here? We'll go back to this because that was working. TikTok just bugged out on me there for some weird reason there. But yeah, let's check out with the live chat. Let's see what you guys are saying. We've been going for 36 minutes or so. I want to get your thoughts and opinions on what we were just looking at just there. If there is any reaction to the leaderboard. Kev Bev is in 3,500 position, basically. So yeah, we're not going to see you on the leaderboard in this stream tonight. If Neymar or KDB hit a 100, I think we will see all that captain taking the podiums. Wow, over people who captained Messi and Mbappe, Jamie. That's a great shout. Let's just call it. Yeah, the actual word's escaping me, sorry. Look at the guy on place 199. He is up to a madness. So I want to look at somebody. It's in 199th position. So I'll go and get that page ready. And I will... interesting, no Griezmann. Yeah, there's not a lot of Griezmanns up there, in the top 20. No Griezmanns, in fact. Not seen a tie yet. Yep, no one's tied on points. You're quite right there. I think someone had 290 with 2 to go, Rico, man. Wow. It's not possible to have more than 400 at the moment with 4 players. Yeah, of course, Hendo. Of course. Maybe with the captain. But yeah, you're probably right, actually, with the scores that I've trapped. Yeah, good catch. It is late. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been mental. It's easier to see players go on Sorare data. Nah. Place 199th is... I'll find it. This is quite easy to do. I can just keep clicking. On Sorare data, you can see unfinished lineups in the rankings tab. Oh, of course you can. I'm such a tit. I do that all the time normally on live streams. Sorry, guys. I'm absolutely losing myself with the Sorare data features. Right, so the guy in 199. Wow. Right, let's pull this up on screen. This is a fun one. Oh, no. I don't want to change page there. Never mind. So this guy is on 199th place. Oh. 199th place. He's got Rabiot on a 99. He's got Captain Messi on an 82, which is cool. De Jong 90. He's got Courtois. Jesus. He's got Courtois to go. He's on how many? 350. What was top 4? So he needs... If Courtois can get himself into the top 3 goalkeepers, this guy is chasing podium. Wow, that's incredible. Great shout, great spot. Thanks to the great tools at Sorare Data and you amazing legends that are joining me in the live chat. I've got Upamecano, Bellingham captain, with Kimmich and Diego Costa and Musiala to play, says Matchbox. I think you've got a great chance, mate. It depends what those scores do. You need somebody that can match like a Rabiot or maybe even an Upamecano kind of type. I think you'll need... Oh no, you've got Upamecano. You've got Upa and Bellingham. Yeah, man. So Kimmich, if Kimmich can do somewhere between, if he can get around Rabiot, basically, then you're looking great for that. Diego Costa might not start is the only thing, yeah, because Rui Patricio did come back in for a friendly or something like that, and everyone all year has been saying how nailed that Diego Costa was meant to be, but alas, it was not to be. I'm also going to have a look as well at the games that we've got on tomorrow, because Now that we've got, that's one thing I did quite enjoy actually doing yesterday, is having a look at the standings and whatnot, and then looking forward to tomorrow. So the thing I think about this group, right? See, with Australia, France, the Argentina group, I think all these groups are kind of open now, because like you look at this group with Argentina in it, like Argentina bottom on no points. Like Poland and Mexico could draw with Saudi Arabia, either one of them, after today's showing. And Argentina are not guaranteed to beat Portugal or Mexico either. So as I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, does somebody qualify out of this group on 3 points? Is that maybe possible? I could see 2 teams finishing on 2 points, basically. Maybe Saudi Arabia get out on 3. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I think this group could be really sad, like not good for football. Not many points, not many goals, not many, so let's see how it pans out. But then with Denmark not beating Tunisia, like Tunisia weren't great, and if Australia were to beat Tunisia, then Denmark are kind of on the back foot. What's the next match for Denmark? Is it Australia or France? It is France, yeah. So if Australia can beat Tunisia, then Denmark are really on the back foot going into the final game after that draw today. So Denmark will not be, they'll be really trying hard against France. They need to get something. France will be cruising really confident, but I think both these groups throw up some really interesting storylines going into match day 2 for them. Saudi need to nick a draw and they go through on 4 points, yeah. Kimmich and KDB both getting 100 tomorrow. 3 players on 140 points. Kongosmurf, wow. Yeah, you're on 100, yeah. But let's have a look at the fixtures for tomorrow. So I think we've got some big hitting teams. I think Germany-Spain's tomorrow, isn't it? So tomorrow we've got Morocco, Croatia, early doors. So that'll be a nice kind of game to wake up to. Should be action-packed, hopefully. Germany, Japan, is at 1 o'clock. Then we've got Spain, Costa Rica, Belgium, Canada. So there's a lot of, except for Morocco, Croatia, we've got 3 kind of, we've got what we expect to be 3 one-sided affairs. And I don't think we're going to see that. We've got 3 teams that are loaded with Kimmiches and De Bruynes and these types of guys that we expect to see some high-scoring teams on the SO5 leaderboard. So I think tomorrow's going to be really super interesting. Well, I'll definitely be back tomorrow night to do another stream after all the action's done. There'll be tons of content. If you follow me on any social media, I'm trying to get as much content out everywhere and anywhere as I possibly can. All the support for any content I do, liking it, retweeting it, sharing it, even just commenting, saying thumbs up or fucking anything, means a lot. It goes a long way to supporting me. You've got no idea. And yeah, I hope you've had great fun tonight. Good luck with the rest of the Global Cup, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. My TikTok's just me and you. Normally TikTok I turn you off first, but today I've turned off YouTube first. The YouTube